So we would like to say in as profound and pronounced and loving way as we can. We would like this to just be the poetry of the rest of your life. Mind your own business. and in that we want to say, even if they're thinking about you, it's still not your business. What anybody else is thinking isn't your business, even if they're thinking about you. That's so big. What somebody else is thinking about you, because you can't control what disc they're on when they think about you. Think about that. How about that? So you've been letting your perception of yourself in large part be because of what other people think about you who haven't been on the high-flying disc when they've been thinking about you. When all along you could have been letting your perception of yourself be based upon Source's perception of you, who is always on the high-flying disc when Source is thinking about you. Think about that too. And there's some of that mixed in here. In other words, we can feel that mixed in here.
Absolutely. And it was, even though I was going through what I was going through and everybody was
now
projecting.
Stop saying that.
Well,
Stop saying that. Going through what I was going through. There's an implication there that activates something that nobody needs to hear. You don't need to say it and you don't need to hear it.
Okay, then.
We know.
I was intending for that to represent.
We know. But you'd be better off to just stay off that subject.
Yeah, I was having such a good time.
Altogether. You'd be better off to just stay off that subject. If you were having such a good time, you would not be talking about going through what you were going through.
Okay. I get that. Yeah. Then help me with this, because I'm trying to.
I don't want to.
No.
We don't want to take. We don't want to take a subject that is a lower flying disc subject and try to turn it into a higher flying disc subject. We'd rather just pick a higher flying disc subject.
Great.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why do it the hard way? Why do it the impossible way? Why do it the way that doesn't work when there's a way that works? You see what we're getting at? You really have to say that in a really powerful way.
I loved watching people respond to how I was showing up. I didn't have an attachment to it. And I found that the people that came into my room, as soon as they walked in the room...
Yeah, but you see, you are just demonstrating the very thing that we are encouraging you not to mind your own business about. In other words, and we know you can't be in the world without people observing you, and it's really nice when what they're observing makes them praise you and feel good about you, and it's nice to sort of lay new pipes and have different experiences. But even with the perfection of all of that, still, you are really involved in people's response to you, and we're just saying that slows you way, way down. It's sort of like when Jerry and Esther's books began to hit popularity, and they were on the New York Times bestseller list, and #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, and lots of people from outside of the safe haven of gatherings like this were beginning to read them and beginning to get hold of little pieces of the information. So lots of commentary began coming back to them. Most of it really positive, but some of it not so positive. And their publisher said, don't read your own press. Because if their praises elevate you, their criticism will devastate you. You can't because you can't control what disc they're on when they write you the letter. You see?
Awesome.
And so if the feedback that you're getting from them matters, then you've got to control what disc they're on, and you can't. This is really important information, isn't it? But you can control what disc you're on.
And as you said
so
earlier,
so when someone says, I love you, we want you to say, I don't care.
Yes, absolutely.
And when someone says, I hate you, we want you to say, I don't care.
Hey, got it.
I got this covered. And of course, we're not trying to talk you out of loving each other, and we're not trying to talk you out of talking about loving. We're just trying to talk you into being so self-sufficient and so self-empowered that the love that is you is permeating that which is you so profoundly that you just radiate it and ooze it everywhere you go, and there's nobody who is ever your object of attention who does not feel loved because you've practiced loving so much. We think this is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.